a little bit too much respect. Doesn't look to be the case here against Australia, at least in the very early stages of this contest.
The Australians won Group B with 7 points, a 2-0 win against India that they were made to work hard for. Jordan Boss doing very well. What a nice idea that was from the impressive young Jordan Boss. There is the gentleman who actually played in Australia for one single match in 2005 for Queensland Roar. It was his first job actually as a coach, was as the assistant manager of that club for 3 years, but he's best known at Shin Tae-yong for a very, very successful spell of 12 years playing for Songnam Ilhwa Chunma, where he won the K-League 6 times. He also won the Asian Club Championship in 1995, the precursor to the AFC Champions League.
It's going to be so important for Indonesia to make sure that, yes, while they are nice and compact through the middle, closing off the spaces in between the lines, that when it does go out wide, they're quick to go and approach the wingers of Australia, or even the fullbacks who are getting forward, especially down this left side. At times, perhaps Behich will look to try and switch positions with Boss. Australia normally play with their fullbacks nice and narrow, so it's almost a 2-3-5 for them going forward. They use their wingers to stretch. Boyle on the opposite side is pretty good in terms of taking on his defenders in the one-on-ones. Hasn't quite been as effective as I think we would have liked in this Asian Cup so far, though, in that department. Very important, Australia. They look to try and get their wingers involved, look to use the wide space as well, sending in lots and lots of crosses. Not completing too many of them, but that's very much a style of play under Graham Arnold in this Asian Cup.
They've had to really grind out those wins, haven't they, against India and against Syria. They've not been able to get early goals in the 2 victories that they've had, and certainly from an Indonesian perspective, if they can frustrate Australia for much of this game, then it might create a little edginess both in the players and the coaching staff.
Yeah, I was just talking to one of the analysts earlier, and he was telling me that Australia have the 8th highest expected goal numbers in the competition at 4.51 XG, and 2.13 in the opening match, 0.96 in their game against Syria, and then 1.42 against Uzbekistan.
Purposeful touch on, was it onside? Giving chase is Marcelino Ferdinand, the youngster based in Belgium. A great prospect for Indonesia, who go very close. Rafael Strauch at the near post. He's yet to score for the national team, and what a positive piece of play that was from Shin Tae-yong's Indonesia.
Decent ball in. A mistake there by the first defender at the near post. Runs through the strike. A bit of a touch on that, just couldn't quite get the dip. Nice confident start from Indonesia. Look at this high starting position as well against Japan. Going back to that game against Japan, they spent most of the match in a middle to low block. Starting off with a higher position as a team, looking to put Australia under pressure, trying to disrupt their attempts at building out from the back.
It's a very young team, the Indonesian team. It's an exciting team. Some of the players are from the wider Indonesian diaspora. I think one thing that's always interesting